the doctor.
Oh, there's nothing I can do about it. It's natural.
Well, now, that's the trouble with having a husband who's a doctor. I mean, any other man would be worried and give you gobs of sympathy. Not Mark. He just says it's natural.
Oh, well, honey, I'm afraid it's a little late to trade me on a new one.
Oh, I don't know.
Ben, thanks again. The supper and the company were excellent.
Well, that's the least that a about-to-be godfather could offer.
You all right?
I'm fine.
If he can kick as hard on the outside as he does on the inside, he'll be the greatest soccer player in the world.
Hey, wait a minute. What's this he business?
Oh, she knows it's a boy.
Oh, go ahead and make fun of me. But when Mark Jr. is born, you'll eat your words.
All a woman has to do, Ben, is tie a penny to a string and hold it in front of her. If it swings this way, it's a girl, and if it swings this way, it's a boy.
And it swung the boy way.
Yeah. Very scientific.
Well, if you men are so smart, do you know a better way to tell?
Yes. Wait 2 weeks.
Doctors are no fun.
Bye-bye, Ben. Bye-bye. Take care.
Hey, hiya, Doc. Ruthie? Oh. Sorry I'm late, Paul, but had a new man on the freight dock. How's Ruthie?
Oh, fine. Just fine.
Yeah? When's the baby due?
2 weeks.
What's so funny?
I was just remembering what a labor pain you were.
Yeah.
Now, the truth. Do you want a boy or a girl?
Honey, I told you the truth. Either one. Makes no difference.
Well, it's going to be a boy.
Great.
Would you feel awful now if it was a girl?
Honey, I just want a baby, that's all.
I love you.
Doc, I was just out to your house. It's time. Annie's ready.
All right. Just take it easy. How much time between pains?
No time. They just keep a-coming.
Honey, you drive home. I'll go with Eli. All right, Papa, let's go.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Good luck. Whoa. Annie, the doctor's coming. The doctor's here.
know the pain that is felt by his mother and his father, O Lord. And we pray that you will comfort them and guide them in the difficult time to follow. We give his soul unto you, O Lord, a soul that never knew the evils of this world. We take heart in knowing that he will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
Some coffee.
No. Must be getting late. What time is it?
Pretty close to 3 o'clock.
You could have seen the look on Mark's face.
It'll take time, but they'll get over it.
I'm not as worried about Ruth as I am about Mark. The look in his face was...
He's a doctor. He had to go with Eli. There's nothing else he could do.
I hope Mark believes that.
Why don't you get some sleep, huh?
A little later. You go ahead.
Good night.
Good to see you.
See you.
Please, please, come in.
Well, I thought I'd wait a couple of days before I came over. I was wondering if there's something you might need or something I could do.
That's very kind of you, Ben, but we're fine. And please, sit down. Just made some coffee. How about a cup? I'm afraid it tastes like mud, though. Ruth is resting, and I'm just not much in the kitchen.
No, I just won't have any. Thank you very much. How is Ruth?
Fine. Much, much better. She felt bad about the things she said, but she was under such a strain.
Of course. How are you feeling?
All right. Ruth was my main concern, and that seems to be working itself out, so that's all that really matters. It was just something that happened, nothing I could do about it, no way to second-guess nature. Just because a man's a doctor doesn't make him a fortune teller.
Of course not. Well, I guess I'd better be getting back to work.
And thanks for coming by.
What? Say hello to Ruth.
I will. Ben was just here, said to say hello. Asked if we needed anything. I told him we were fine. I have some house calls to make. You won't change your mind. I never said you had to stay in bed all day, but I did tell you that you needed rest. A lot more than you're getting.
I know. I am tired. But there's so
No
much...
buts. No buts. You've got a very strong little baby sleeping out there, and he's going to need a strong mother. Now, what were you doing when I came here to see you? Come on, what were you doing?
Scrubbing the floor.
And what was the baby doing?
He was sleeping.
It just doesn't make any sense to pay a doctor if he won't do what he tells you. Now, when that baby sleeps, you sleep. That's an order.
Yes, doctor.
And if you're worried about germs, you've got a strong husband. Let him scrub the floors.
Thank you, doctor.
I'll drop by in a couple of days.
Doctor?
Yeah?
I just wanted to say how sorry I am about what happened.
Thank you, Annie.
make fun of me. But when Mark Jr. is born, you'll eat your words.
Honey, you drive home. I'll go with Eli. And we take heart in knowing that he will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
Get away from my son! You killed him!
Don't cry, Mark. Don't cry, my son. Clem, you gonna make your move this week or next week?
Don't rush me, Ben. This is a game of concentration.
Only one move you could possibly make.
Well, that's a pretty ridiculous statement to make with all these chess pieces still on the board.
All right.
One move, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're so smart, what piece is it I'm supposed to move?
Knight.
Well, for your information, I knew that all the time. I was just feeling you out to see if you knew.
Checkmate. You moved the wrong knight.
Clem!
Eli, what's wrong?
My baby. Somebody's taken my baby.
I know it's very hard, Mrs. Johnson. I have to ask these questions. Did you see anyone around the place today? Anytime, early in the morning, anytime at all?
No. No one.
What about the doc? What time did he leave?
I'm not sure. About 4 o'clock, I guess. Why would anyone want to steal my baby?
We better let her get some rest.
It doesn't make any sense, Ben. Can't be somebody after money. Eli doesn't have any money. No, that's for sure. Eli, do you know of anyone who has a grudge against you? Anyone who would want to hurt you?
No, I spend most of my time in the fields. I don't have many friends, but I never hurt anybody. I never cheated anybody. Why would anybody want to take my baby? What time did you get back to the house?
Before sundown. 6:30.
Then why don't we ride over to Mark's place and maybe he saw somebody. All right. You stay here with Annie. If we come up with anything, you'll hear about it right quick.
Ben, Clem.
Mark, sorry about the late hour.
Oh, doctors are used to it. What can I do for you?
Someone has taken the Johnson baby.
What? I don't believe it. I was just out there this afternoon.
We know that, Mark. That's why we're here. Did you see anyone around the Johnson place today?
No. Annie, of course, and Eli was out in the fields working. She and the baby were sleeping when I left. Why would anyone do a thing like that?
We wish we knew. What about the road? Did you see anyone on the road going to or coming from the Johnson place?
No, I didn't see a soul.
Yeah, well, the only thing we can do is get together a posse. Mark, can you come along?
I wish I could, Clem, but Ruth is going through another bad period, and I'm afraid to leave her.
Well, I can understand that, Mark. Good night, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Right. I didn't want to lie to them about your mother being here, Mark, but I was too ashamed to tell them that she'd left. That she'd abandoned her own child. Suppose we should feel sorry for her. She'll have to live with her guilt.
Take your time. We've got to cover every inch of ground. Let's go.
I'd like to thank you all for trying to help.
No motives, no clues, nothing. I could get up another posse, but I wouldn't know where to start looking.
There's nothing anybody can do. Except maybe pray that whoever took the child doesn't do him any harm.
Yeah. I'll notify the surrounding towns to keep a lookout.
I think I'll stay in town at the hotel. I'm too tired to go back to the ranch. Barney?
You look beat, Mr. Cartwright.
It's been a long night.
I heard you didn't find a thing.
No. Afraid not. I'm gonna need a room.
Certainly. Room 26. It's at the back. You won't get all that street noise.
Thank you. Ruth? Ruth?
If Mark sent you to talk to me, Ben, it's no use. We've said all there is to say. I can't help the way I feel.
Well, Mark didn't send me. I didn't even know you were here.
Well, I won't be for long. I'm taking the 6 o'clock stage to San Francisco.
Why? You certainly can't still be blaming Mark for what happened.
I can, and I do.
Ruth, you've got to give yourself a little more time.
Look, it's all been said. And it's no good. It'll always be there. It'll always be between us.
How did Mark take it when you left?
Oh, he wasn't there. He was out making his afternoon rounds. He's a very good doctor, you know. Goodbye, Ben.
Barney? When did Mrs. Sloan check in?
Yesterday.
Do you call what time?
At 2 in the afternoon. Why?
Just wondering. Thank you, Barney.
I thought you were going to get some sleep. Mr. Cartwright?
Ben, it doesn't make any sense. You know Mark as well as I do. Are you really trying to tell me you think he might have something to do with the disappearance of the Johnson baby?
What reason would he have to lie about Ruth being home last night when she was here in town at the hotel?
Maybe he figured she'd change her mind and come back. Nobody'd know about it.
Last night, he said he couldn't leave the house because he had to take care of Ruth. I stopped at his office on the way over here. At 2:30, he hadn't come in yet.
So?
So he must have some reason for not wanting to leave his house. Now, Clem, with nothing else to go on, at least let's ride out there and have a talk with him.
All right, Ben, all right. Let's go.
is it?
It's Ben, Mark.
What do you want?
Well, Clem and I would like to talk to you for a moment.
Well, I can't talk now, Ben. Ruth isn't feeling well.
Mark, I talked to Ruth in town a little while ago. You hear me, Mark?
I heard you.
Well, why don't you open up the door so we can talk?
No, I know why you're here. She sent you here. She deserted her child, and now she wants him back. Well, it won't work. You can tell her that for me.
Her child?
Mark? Open the door so we can come in and talk to you for a minute.
No.
That child that you have with you in there, that isn't your child. Ruth lost her baby.
That's a lie! That's a stupid lie. You're all trying to take my son from me. Well, you won't. Now get away from here!
I'm sorry, Mark, but if you don't open that door, I'm going to have to break it open.
I don't want to hurt anybody. You know I don't want to hurt anybody. But no one's going to take my son from me.
Put the gun away. He doesn't know what he's doing. We can't shoot in there anyway. There's a baby.
What's happened to him, Ben?
He's sick. He won't hurt the child.
Well, what are we going to do? The shape he's in, we'll never talk him out of there.
Maybe his wife can. The stage doesn't leave till 6. I'll get her back here as quickly as I can.
All right, but you better stop by Eli's place. Tell him to pick up a couple of men, just in case.
Yeah.
I thought it was the boy for the bags.
I have to talk to you.
We've been all through this before, Ben.
No, we haven't. You know, the Johnson baby is missing.
Yes, I heard.
Mark took the child.
What?
He has the little baby at the house now. He thinks it's his son.
Look, this is some kind of trick to get me back. Well, it won't work.
I just got back from your house, Ruth. We tried to get Mark to open the door. He shot at us. He's a very sick man.
I don't believe it. You know why he's doing this. So I'll feel sorry for him, and I'll go back to him. Well, I won't. I won't forgive him for killing my child.
Your child. Ruth, do you realize that from the moment it happened, it's been your child? Wasn't it Mark's child, too? Or have you forgotten?
He didn't carry that child inside him.
No, not inside him. But in his heart, his mind, his dreams. It's his son. Don't you realize what it meant to Mark to have a son?
That he should have been there.
How could he know? Answer me. In God's name, how could he possibly know? How? Mark blamed himself for everything that happened. Consciously or not, I don't know. But when you accused him, confirmed his guilt. He couldn't live with that. So he shut it out of his mind. As far as he was concerned, it just never happened. Unless he gives up the Johnson baby. The sheriff will have to go in and take that child away from him.
I came for your bags, Mrs. Sloan.
Leave them.
Yes, ma'am.
They're still out there. My friends. They're on her side now, but it won't do them any good. They'll never take you away from me, son. Never.
Sure glad you're here, Ben. I was getting worried.
Any change?
No, not a sound.
Sloan, please get my baby.
We will, Annie. We will. Now, Ruth, I can't tell you how to handle him. There's no way of knowing how he'll act. Maybe just seeing you and talking with you would be enough.
That's far enough! What do you want?
I just want to talk to you, Mark.
We have nothing to talk about.
Please, Mark.
No. You deserted the boy. Now you change your mind and you want him back. Well, you can't have him. He's mine.
No. I don't want to take him from you. I just want to talk to you.
If I do, will you go away and never come back?
If that's what you want. Yes.
say.
How is the boy?
My son is fine, thanks to you. Now get on with it. What do you want?
I just wanted to say how sorry I am.
Everybody's always sorry. The whole world is sorry. What does it mean? It means nothing. You say you're sorry because you've done something you shouldn't have. Sorry's no good, sorry. It doesn't mean anything. It's done. Happened. Do you want to see my boy? He's beautiful, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Such long fingers. A doctor's hands.
Mark. Please forgive me.
I can forgive you, but you can't. People can't forgive themselves. It's like saying you're sorry. It doesn't mean anything.
But you will forgive me.
Yes.
Can I stay?
He is beautiful, isn't he?
Can I stay?
Yes, but tell them to go away.
But they're our friends. They just...
No, I don't want them here. All right. Oh, I'm glad you're back. Everything's fine again. We don't need anybody else, just you and I and our baby. I love you.
Love you.
Why are you crying? I told you everything's gonna be all right now. Hey. No more tears, all right?
All right.
That's better. Now, Mrs. Sloan, How about some supper?
What would you like?
Anything more on the start, just go get fixing.
We'll need some wood.
Oh, there's plenty in the wood box. Heat up the coffee, too. You know, I think we'll move to Carson City. You always said I could do better over there. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. We have a lot of friends here.
No, we don't. No, I told you we don't need anybody else. There's nobody here. Oh.
He'll never get any sleep with all this racket. He'd be much better off sleeping in the other room.
I suppose you're right.
I'll take him.
Is anything wrong? You seem so nervous.
No. I'm fine.
You sure nothing's wrong?
Yes, I'm fine. I'll carry the baby. You bring his cradle.
He does have long fingers, doesn't he? Mark Sloan, Jr., M.D. We'll have the Sloan... You took my baby! You let her take my baby.
Put down that gun, Mark.
You give me back my boy. Mark. We're your friends. You're not my friends. Now give me back my boy.
Mark, our baby's dead.